Once again, wishing you all a very happy New Year 2025. I'm sure most of you must be having your New Year plans, but you took time to join in. Thank you so much for that. Gratitude really fills my heart for all those who took time to join in and support me. So, with this note, many people doing their New Year resolutions and all, right? Especially at the New Year time, everyone tries to take a resolutions. But most of those resolutions are in the areas of their career or mostly on the fitness, right? Do you agree? Have you taken any New Year resolutions this time? Let me know. So, we as a coach always try to tell the parents to establish connection with their children. And as the new year starts, I recommend all the parents to make little adjustments to your new year resolutions and incorporate some nice tips or parenting strategies that you can employ in your new year resolutions and try to fix on those and continue for an year. So apart from many things though that a parent can do, there are quick 5 things that really helps all the parents to connect with the child. Okay, so the 5 parenting mantras which I would recommend all the parents, including me, even I'm holding on to these mantras this year. The 5 parenting mantras that I would recommend all the parents to follow this year. Let's start. The first one is play together. I request all the parents to play with your children. Okay, are you really playing with your children? Let me know in the comments. Do you really take time to play with your children? Be the child be 2 years or maybe 3 months, or your child might be a teenager hanging out with friends, but still, are you making an effort to play with your child? Let me know in the chat. Are you playing with your children? Yes or no? Yes. Oh, that's great. That's indeed great to play with your children. But how occasionally we do play with our children, right? Maybe once in a month or maybe twice a month, like that, right? We don't really put an effort. Yeah, sometimes that's true. We don't play every day. Very rarely we take time. Maybe it might be like once in a blue moon, we can say. We do play with our children once in a blue moon. But it's very important to have a playtime with our children. Okay? And I'm going to tell you some 2-3 things that you have to keep in mind while playing with your children. Before that, let me tell what all things you can play with your children. Because some parents do need the support. They'll question us during the session. Oh, what to play with our children? What can we play? We'll have these kind of questions. So let me give you a list of things that you can play with your children, and let me know if these things you are playing with your children, or you can add if you are playing any other things. The first thing is a kind of physical play where you involve your body and play, like out, hide and seek, all these games, running race, all this you can play with your children. And now this is the best season for you to join your children to play the kites, right? Have you started playing kites with your children? They'll have lots of fun, right? While flying the kites. Do join them and involve in the kite flying, okay? And you can also sit and play certain games like board games, carom board, chess, all these things you can play. You have also some interesting games like spot it. See, these are also memory games. This is called a spot it game. You can play tic-tac-toe, or you can play the fishing game or the brain vita. See, our childhood special game, right? These things, any of these games you can play with your children. Let me show you one interesting thing. As I said, my parents are here with me today. After a long time, I'm enjoying my New Year with my parents. I'll show you one game that I used to play with my father. And this is the same 7 pieces game. I lost one piece, by the way. This is the same game that I played from my childhood and bought it with me after my wedding. It's like I cherish this game so much. By the way, I used to cheat my father, check the all the clues and do it while I was a child. But I love this game and I love all the moments that I enjoyed with my father and mother while playing this game. So I kept it as a treasure to me and I'm happy to share with you today. Also, there are other games like you can play Dum Charades, right? You can play Antyakshari. You can play Lemon and Spoon. There are many games. And if your child is really young, you can ask him to do some animal walks like bear walk, cow walk. You can ask them to do some yoga poses. Along with the child, the point here to be noted is you should also involve in the game and you have to play with the child. And slowly when the child is doing some tree pose or catwalk or something, you can go in between and tickle your child and have some tickling time, right? Play is after all designed to make our souls and mind happy. It don't think so much structurally that you need to play for certain results. Just do some unstructured play. That is the best form you can get connection with your child. Just go when your child is trying to build the blocks, just throw the blocks away, be a little child, and you can hinder it. It's just unstructured. Don't have a plan what to play, how to play and all. The unstructured play is the best form for you to get connection with your child. Okay. And you can do some DIYs as well. See, I'll show you some DIYs. Okay. These are the DIYs we did. My daughter and my son did together. Don't judge them, okay? These are not so nice. And don't ask me which one I did and which one my son did. These are some DIYs. See, this is on the cardboard we did. This is on a sheet. So some DIYs that you can do with your children at home. This will really make them more creative. The one main important thing you have to remember while playing is you should be your child's companion. Okay? You should not be someone who is teaching the game to them. Suppose you are doing an DIY or something, some art kind of play. Don't tell, hey, do like this, do like that. You're not doing right, you're not doing wrong. No, don't get into such kind of conversations. Always make sure, be like if your child is 10 years old, be like a 10-year-old and involve with him in that play. Okay, don't take your adult or parenting nature into that. Just be a companion for his play. If your child is 10, you also go back to your 10 years age and have that fun. That is the best way to connect with your child, right? And along with this, I would also recommend one important point. You should all make sure to have at least 15 minutes of time without your gadgets. Is it possible? Oh my God, every day we are using gadgets. Just 15 minutes. It seems a little tough also for some parents. But take this challenge this year and make a reminder for 15 minutes or timer for 15 minutes and keep your gadgets away and involve in pure play with your children. No gadgets, nothing. Something an unstructured play. You can do whatever it is. But make sure your gadgets are away. And while playing, keep all your mind into the play. Okay? And play along to the level of your child. These two things are more important. And as I said, playing together should be your first step in this new year. I'm also taking this. I do play with my children, but I think I should increase the frequency of my playing. So you also take time this new year and have lots of playtime with your children. This will ensure you're more connected to your child. That's the first mantra I gave you today. The second mantra is talk more. Usually, to get connection, we ask the parent and the child to sit together and talk. But always the parents waits, okay, my child will tell something that something happened in the school and the parent will be waiting and listening. No, you stop that. For a change, you attack your child. Once the child comes from the school, ask the child to sit with you and, oh my God, today what happened, I kept the curry on the stove and I forgot. What happened, I was so worried. Whatever it is, whatever happened that day, you tell them. Or you can tell a joke that happened to you. You can tell, oh, I called this auntie yesterday and she did this joke and we were laughing continuously. You don't give a chance to your child and keep talking. Let your child listen. Okay. And what happens? This way of interacting with your child gives them energy and encouragement to talk. They'll see you when you're talking, right? And you should not, when I say talk to your child, don't write the points and say, today I spoke to auntie and she cracked a joke. No, that will not work. You have to tell it as if you're speaking to your best friend. Just imagine if you're meeting your best friend after 1 or 2 years, how would you speak to them? Will you allow them to say anything? Hey, you stop, let me tell all my things first, right? We do that same thing. You stop, let me, this happened, this lady said this thing, I did this thing, I made some shopping, we tell, right? Same way you should attack your children. That's the way you need to connect. And your child had to have this phase and continuously listen to you. This will ensure the child, what is the child learning here? Child is observing you that you're expressing everything. Slowly the child also gets involved. They'll pick up from you and they start telling all the things. This is very important. Even the child is 2 years or 3 years. Once the child goes to nursery school also, you should start telling them this. Once you keep talking, no, then if you do this when the child is as young as 3 years, you will not get major problems of children not getting connected once they hit the teenage. Teenage generally they take little back step to tell. But if you have this habit of telling all the things, at least 90% of things that are happening there in the child's life, they will definitely tell to you. So what you will do, you will talk more to your child in this 2025. That is your mantra 2. Is it clear? Mantra 1 and mantra 2. And how are these mantras, by the way? Let me know. The first one is play together. The second one is talk more. Okay. The third mantra is eat together. Eating together is such an important tradition for our Indian families as well. But somehow with the difference in the work culture and all, we are missing that. But I wish all the parents will get that culture back and make at least some time for at least one meal in a day. If I say breakfast, have a common breakfast, most of the time it will not happen. But if you can plan it, you can make that one also possible, right? But with our busy schedules, children going to schools early, it might not be possible. But make sure you can at least have dinner. Dinner time is possible for most of them, right? Even the parent is working in a different time zones, they'll have some dinner break, right? So all the members in the family can sit together and speak what time would be appropriate for everyone to have the dinner and fix that time. Even for your work, take that time and have a proper meal time together. While having this is also important to start when the child is even a toddler. Okay, and you have to continue even the child is toddler or teens. And there are certain important points you need to remember while having meal together. The first one is, and I would recommend all the mothers here to be very strict in this particular point. That is, no gadgets. You should not use any gadgets while having food. You request, or you can, as a mother, CEO of the families, you can order your children and husband, just switch off the phone. Okay, switch off the phone, put it in some other room, lock the door, come and have the dinner together. Dinner time is such an important time where while eating you can get connected with each other. So no screens, no TV, no mobiles while eating. Make sure that you'll have very less time to spend time with your children, right? Children go to the school morning, come back, goes to the tuition. Husbands goes to the office. Even so many mothers go to the office, keep working. You don't have much time to connect with your family. It's very important in these busy times to have some minimum time. You should prioritize having meals together. So that too with no gadgets, no screens, no TVs. Okay, this is the first point. And also, while meal preparation and meal setup, you should encourage everyone in the family according to your family dynamics, whatever is possible. If your child is even 3 years, when the mother is setting up everything for the dinner or lunch, she can ask the child's help. Nana, can you get me some glasses for everyone? Yes, right? Can you fill the water bottle and get it for me? Hey, can you get the plates? You can also ask the children. Sometimes child may ask how many plates. You can say, why don't you count how many members are there in the family and ask and get the plates accordingly? Child is also learning some other skills when he is too young, right? True. So this way, this meal time will be more happier time. While having the meals, also make sure you look at each other and smile and talk about the meals. And during meal time, it's always recommended to have the meals without any talking. But in these kind of busy schedules that we are going through, I would recommend you can have a nice talk, preferably about meals. You can ask, how is the dal today? Is it okay? Is it nice? Do you like this? See, I took so much hard work to make this dal. You can do it. Though it is a dal, you took so much effort to cook it, right? You can tell them. Let the child appreciate you also. Wow, mama, dal is so nice. Then you can say thank you, right? You can have conversations regarding your food. Those are more encouraging during the meals than any other topics. If you don't have some other time, you have some other joke to crack also regarding lunch or dinner, you can. But it's important. The one thing that you have to remember is you have to eat together. While eating together, no screens. Because if screens are there, you will not be together. Screens and the children will be together, or screens and the husbands, right? So avoid screens. Have your happy time while having your dinner. Make sure that, okay? And the third mantra. How is this mantra, by the way? Did you all like eat together mantra? Will you all do it? Okay. So we covered the 3 mantra. First mantra is play together. Second mantra is talk more. Third mantra is eat together. Then comes the fourth mantra. Fourth mantra for this new year 2025 is appreciate little more. You make sure that you're going to appreciate your child little more than usual. That means you will have an eye at what your child is doing, and you'll always find for the things how to appreciate your child. Make sure at least once a day you're appreciating your child. Maybe for the water bottle they completed that day. Maybe for the way they placed their bag correctly in the cupboard after coming back from school. These all things are to be appreciated. Maybe something they have done it for you today. Maybe they are doing their homework on their own. Just find some small, nice, beautiful things and try to appreciate them at least once in a day. See, children also will go through lot of stress in the school, you know. They'll be having so much of burden. So many classes, class after class after class. And they'll have lots of journey going to school, coming back, then to the activity classes. Even their life is too much busy and lot of chaos, to be frank. If you say some kind gesture, give a kind gesture or a kind word of appreciation, but don't just appreciate randomly. Just appreciate what they have really done. All those tiny things do matter, right? So appreciate for the small things. You should make an eye that you'll find out what the good things they have done today. At least sometime I follow this, like before going to bed, we speak for some time. Then I tell to my children, thank God you drank your water today. I'm so happy. Wonderful. You have done your homework on your own. Take some time, make sure, but you have to make sure at least once in a day in this busy life and busy schedule and all the hurry-burry of the life the tiny little children are facing. Can't we tell one appreciation to them which will make wonders to their life? How satisfied you will be, right? If someone appreciated to you, and that too for the real point. If you did not do anything and if you got the appreciation, means even child will know, oh, these are bluffing. So find out really what they have done today and then appreciate them for that. Okay, make sure you're going to do that. You can have some creative things. You can give a love note to your children. Oh my god, you have done wonderfully. Or you have one chart and give some stickers like this. Maybe if they have done something wonderful today, take a sticker and give it to them on their hand or the chart. This will be so encouraging and they'll feel really wow. And this doesn't cost much also. And these are a beautiful ways that the child can see. All the children know that parents do love them, but we should also show that, right? Once you give these kind of things, small stickers or a star with a pen or a nice hug, how does the child feel? They'll feel they feel that they will be truly connected to you and they'll feel very happy, right? That's what we need as a parent. So that's the fourth point, appreciate a little more this new year. And the fifth point is say thanks. You heard me right? Say thanks. You need to thank your children for all the little things they have done for you. Maybe they bought some, while arranging the dinner, they bought you some plates and arranged some setup. Not all, at least some plates or something. Or maybe a jar or a water glass, whatever it is. Even the smallest thing, say thank you. Thank you, dear, that you bought it for me. See how wonderful they'll feel. Don't judge the children. These are the small things, right? Don't ignore the small things that the child does also. Just if you once start appreciating all the small things that the child does, this will create a positive reinforcement in the child and the child would automatically want to do it lot more times. That would be great for the child to develop into a great personality, and also that would create a happy family atmosphere, right? So these are the 5 parenting mantras I would request and suggest all the parents to use it in your parenting journey in this year 2025. They are play together, then talk more, third, eat together, fourth, appreciate little more, and fifth one, say thanks. I hope this will really help you in your parenting journey. And after applying all these, maybe after 1 month, you will find more connected to your child. And I'm sure you'll come back to me and say how wonderfully your connection with your child has improved. That's it. All these things I wanted to share with you. Even I'm going to employ this in my parenting journey. Though I'm doing it few already, I want to increase their frequency. I want you also to enjoy that parenthood by employing these few things in your parenting journey. And I wish you all once again a happy new year 2025. And thank you so much for joining. Conscious Parenting Coach Rama Srinivas.